very, very good Protosses. So this is sort of a classic iconic PVZ, and I love this. Protoss versus Zerg, cross positions, Metalopolis. This is going to be a good time.
Yep, this is pretty much the best for both players, honestly. Both players are going to be pretty happy with this in terms of being this cross position. I guess, frankly, HybridFrog probably wouldn't have minded being closer because he tends to be a 4-gate pusher, but this is certainly the best for Chompy. And yeah, looking forward to see where these guys are going to go here. Both competent players. I'm going to pay really close attention to Chompy's build order and see if we can detect any early anomalies or what his plan is. But so far, it looks like he's going for a standard 9 Overlord. Meanwhile, HybridFrog also just looking like he's doing the exact same build order. So I'd be surprised if we don't see a completely standard game out of this, i.e. Chompy going for maybe a little bit of air to distract and then going for a heavy ground army. Meanwhile, HybridFrog going for a heavy 4-gate push army. I would be surprised if it's anything other than that.
Yeah, and I'd really like to see him keep moving the Overlord forward so that he can see, oh no, I don't think the Overlord saw that probe. See, if he had moved the Overlord forward a little bit more, wait, did he see it? Maybe he did. He would have seen that the probe is coming from the close position, so he would know he can expand right now and start macroing up immediately, so he's able to be in a good position for that 4-gate push. But as it is, I don't think he saw what position Hybrid must have been at. Either that or he just didn't respond appropriately.
Yep, so right about now he knows where he is by default because he's just scouted the other position as well. And now here he goes, just like you said, going to go straight into a 15 hatch any second now, provided this probe doesn't get in the way. Will he have enough money? There he goes. All right. So very confidently going for a 15 hatch. I think that's the right move. He knows he's got the timing window to do it. But like a lot of times, a 15 hatch for a Zerg player simply means your early game strategy is survive. It means that the 4 warp gate push is going to happen before you're into your huge tier 2 army. So he's going to have to just survive. So that's going to be kind of the name of the game for him.
Absolutely. And I'm curious to see what Hybrid decides to do, actually, because, I mean, a 4-gate at these positions, it does really rely on getting a nice proxy down before any links can scout it and kill it off. So he's not going to be able to reinforce quickly until if he does not have a really, really well-positioned reinforcement proxy. But right now, it looks like he's actually throwing down a pylon in the front of his base, so I think he's actually gearing up for fast expansion. And this is really good, because I haven't seen a fast expansion style from Hybrid before.
Yeah, that's a great move from a Protoss perspective. If you know that Zerg is kind of all just going straight for a 15 hatch, you yourself know that he's not going to have an army, so you might as well just match his expansion 1 for 1. And hopefully it looks like he's setting himself up for that right now, because if Zerg players think a 4-gate push is bad, a 4-gate push off of 2 bases is ridiculous. So he definitely needs to keep his economic advantage. Hopefully Chompy will scout this and then decide to get a 3rd base as well, but we'll see where this is going.
Yeah, one thing, one of my criticisms of some Zerg players is they just don't get bold with their expansions. I mean, if you see the Protoss getting an expansion, you should expand again. You should be 3 bases versus 2, because you know the push is going to come, but it's not coming until very late, and you have very, very adequate time to just drone like you've never droned in your life and get just enough units to deal with any kind of push he can throw at you.
Yeah, this is gearing up to be just a huge macro game at the moment. You can even see the Forge is already up, so hopefully he's getting normal weapons, although he may even be looking at just throwing down a single pylon. A lot of times you'll see Protoss right where his probe is right now between the 2nd gateway and the Nexus. If you throw a cannon down there, then the path to get in, exactly, there he goes. The path to get in is very long and cumbersome, and it makes it really hard to assault either base with any effectiveness.
Yeah, so very solid base construction. You can tell that Hybrid is not a one-trick pony. He knows a variety of very, very good, solid macro builds, including, in addition to builds like the 4-gate. And he's going to get up his Nexus just in time. So that Ling and that Overlord, they saw everything they need to see. Please just throw down expansion. He is droning quite well. Has another, wow, droning very, very well. Has another 10 drones in production. But I'd like to see him just go on 3 base and make even more, because he just saw that the gateway went up in front. He saw that the cannon is there. He knows that the tech has to be delayed. So why not just take more bases and just out macro the Protoss?
Yeah, and you called it right there. He saw the expansion and just said, "Well, fine, I'll just make drones." And he just didn't make a single unit. In fact, if you look at the units tab right now, he's got 1 Zergling. That's it. 1 Zergling, 38 drones. So this is pure macro. He knows there's no attack coming. He knows he's got good observer, good sight out in the field, and he's just going to sit here for a while. So, but I do hope he gets that 2nd expansion. Although, frankly, Zerg players so frequently leave their expansions and their mains kind of undermined. Zerg rarely ever saturates to the level that you see Terran and Protoss, just the fact that he might saturate both of these will have the effect of almost having an extra economy, because you normally don't see Zergs get that many probes. Sorry. Drones, but Baneling Nest going up here too. Very interesting. Looking like he's going to maybe even just push with Baneling Roach late game. Maybe we'll see if he's going to go Roach Infestor Baneling or something to that effect. Maybe all Banelings. Who knows?
Yeah, this is actually interesting. I mean, whoa, 3 more gateways going down, 4 gateways going down. So yeah, it's going to be a massive +1 timing push with about 7 or 8 gateways. But one thing he could do is just, he doesn't even need to commit too much to the Banelings. Just use him, do some damage to the mineral line, and then tech up to Hydras like he is doing right now. So really smart move. He knows it's going to be sort of unexpected from the Protoss player. I mean, Protoss players often at cross positions don't really expect Baneling because it's sort of interpreted as an all-in move usually. But in this context, it makes a lot of sense. I'd like to see him actually try some Nidus play. I just don't think Zerg players do it enough. Yes, I'm not the best player in the world. I'm like a Protoss and Diamond. Yeah, I don't play Zerg at all. But I know that a Nidus at this position could be really, really devastating. And even if it doesn't kill off a lot of probes, it delays the timing by quite a bit. And 19
Banelings. That is really an obscene amount. I would have expected like 4 and then a bunch of Lings or something to that, but 19 Banelings.
He's looking to take out this X-Boss.
Yeah, he's going to take out this X-Boss. I think he's going to come right in on the south in between the assimilator and that pylon and just, take the couches. Here he goes.
And what is he? Yeah, I love this feint. Sending in the Baneling Sword in front of the next. No, what is he doing? Wasting them all.
Oh, I don't like that. But he's, he's still got it. But that was a strange idea. I mean, like you said, he went for the Baneling bust, but the Nexus bust. But and the shield keeps him out. Dude, that was a really good shield. Just
that was such a magnificent play from Chompy. I mean, he delayed the push so much by forcing him to go back on one base. He's not going to have enough to support all these warp gates. He has all this chrono boost that he hasn't been using. And this army is just not going to be enough. He's going to have enough time to macro up as much as possible. And more Banelings coming in. 15 more Banelings. So if at first you don't
leaving his base right now, too, because he knows he needs to counterattack. And you'll know that Chompy's predicted this because he's got 4 Spine Crawlers going up in the front of his base as well. Hopefully some more Hydras are coming out. But these Banelings are going to clean up house while HybridFrog is away. Hopefully HybridFrog can do some damage here, because honestly I don't think Chompy has enough to defend against this push at the moment, just with the 4 Spine Crawlers, but it's pretty significant. And here he comes for the attack again. Banelings are practically just going to wander up unchallenged.
Yeah, and nice force field, but still a lot of Banelings get in, and all the probes are getting clustered. And they're forced to get off mining, even if he doesn't manage to kill a lot of probes. That alone is going to spell a lot of time.
Look how many Banelings just walking around in front of that base.
Oh my god, there's so much action. Oh my goodness. And yeah, this is what a well played game by Chompy. I mean, this is a bit of trouble.
This is the troubling part. Yeah, like you were just saying here, Chompy just needs to defend now, and he wins the game. He just has to defend.
Yeah, this is an all-in at
30
this point.
Zerglings coming out right now. He's just getting as much base defense as he possibly can out. And frankly, I'm pretty sure he's got it at this point. He's got enough production to be able to throw out that emergency. And there's the good game from Hybrid.